All right, man. Let's talk about. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me get a little bit more height on this. There we go. Let's talk about Devin Haney apparently reaches Prograis. It's close to being done. We talked about Ryan Garcia is trying to lobby for that fight. Um, but also Regis Prograis has been ordered to take on Sandor Martin. Only way they can get by that if the Devin Haney fight is to be made. So they make an exception for that. Now it's rumored that the fight could be close to being made. It's a good fight. Here you go, right here. The WBC has now officially ordered Regis Progress to defend WBC Super Lightweight World Title versus Sandor Martin. However, they will allow exemption for Progress versus Devin Haney fight, which is close to being made. Eddie Hearn has revealed. So, for the most part, I've been told y'all that. Also, still rumors about Lomachenko and him and Haney having a rematch too. By the way, so I don't know if in my I Swear Vezo voice, if Top Rank is trying to up the score financially to get Devin Haney to stay. But I heard even before he fought Lomachenko, he was going back to Al. I mean, he was going back to Eddie, you know. And then again, it's business, and the business, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I get that. But he really rocking with Eddie. With Eddie, Eddie was there for him when everybody else wasn't. So you definitely understand it. You definitely understand it. So, but at the same time, uh, you know, um, but at the same time, can he beat Regis just because? Regis had a bad night versus dude he was supposed to run through. Just because he didn't run through him don't mean nothing. Remember, he had that fight on Top Rank because they didn't want to put Jose Ramirez in the ring with him. He didn't look particularly well in that fight, even though he got the stoppage. And people were saying, "Oh, he overrated," but he still went on the world, gonna win a world title, and was in a semi-competitive fight with Josh Taylor still, while Josh Taylor was at the peak of his powers. So, um, so that's something to be said about that. But like I continue to say, you don't know what Devin Haney gonna do. Eddie say one thing, Bob might come in and say, "Okay, dude, I got the bag, the secure the bag alert." Um, he might say that, you know. But what I think about, I mean, shit, it is what it is. If Devin Haney, figure that if Devin Haney figured that this is best option to win a world title, so be it. I'm pretty sure, had Teofimo Lopez been available, he would have went for Teofimo Lopez first because it's a big money fight for him, and that Teofimo Lopez has the lineal belt to go with his WBO belt. So, that's one thing to think about. But nonetheless, Sandor Martin is a dangerous fight for Regis Progress, especially after a little bit I seen in his last fight. Uh, you know, because Sandor Martin can utilize the ring. So that's not an ideal matchup for Regis Progress to get in there with somebody that can stick and move. He said he got to make some adjustments to his team. Every time somebody have a shaky performance or lose, they always want to make adjustments to the team. How about make adjustments to yourself? You know, how about making adjustments to yourself? How about it start with me? It's always somebody else's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. It's always these boxers be blaming everybody else. And like Ryan Garcia was saying, like, well, I didn't blame anybody, bro. You fired you in so many ways you did. You didn't directly blame nobody, but so many ways firing Joe Goose and you did. Come on. We not stupid. We know what all that means. We know what all that means. These dudes got 1,000 excuses on what went wrong, and a lot of them, a lot of times, they don't even start with them. They start with somebody else. They start with somebody else. When I go through a situation, the first thing I look at is like, damn, what I could have done differently, or damn, next time I just know not to let that happen. I know what to look for, you know. But a lot of people's first, thing is to blame somebody else, And a lot of these ninjas know. I'm not saying in this particular case, but a lot of these ninjas know they be cutting corners in camp. They get up and down for fighters. You know what I'm saying? And it's understandable. We fight once a year and you ain't fighting top dogs. It's definitely understandable. So can't blame nobody. But him and Martin, that's a dangerous fight. Great utilizer of the ring, in and out. And if Martin could offset his power, it could be a long night. Yeah, they'll steal it for Regis because since he a house fighter and Sandor Martin ain't got a big push around him. But then you're gonna start seeing Regis was overrated. Regis past his prime. So stylistically wise, that's a tough matchup. And it might even be tougher than him fighting Devin Haney in ways, because it's an enigma around Devin Haney. What he gonna look like at 40? There's an enigma. We don't know. We punch hard. We know what Sandor Martin is. We assume Devin Haney would be stronger and faster and punch harder at 140. You just don't know. You just don't know. But Devin Haney might not be at 140 for long neither, from draining himself to make 135 for so long. And that's why a lot of people wanted to push for that Shakur fight now, because they may be one or two weight classes away for a minute now. They may be one or two weight classes away from the minute, but either way, I think it's interesting matchups for Devin Haney, for Regis Prograis. But I think Regis Prograis, from that last guy, he was cut off guard just like Jerron Ennis. And Jerron Ennis is gonna show Saturday, because I'm shooting this before he fights Saturday, that like I said before, sometimes you can get caught off guard about what guys can do, and it's hard to make the adjustment when you come out there with a certain mindset. So I think Regis will be prepared for Sandor to move. Regis will be prepared for Devin Haney to move. So with that being the case, with him being prepared for those guys to move, I expect better performances. I really do. So, and it's funny how everybody want to fight somebody when they see chinks in the armor, but it could just been an off night. I can see if somebody had two shaky performances in a row. You're like, all right, for sure, I'm about to cook his ass. That's different. I definitely understand that. But either way, he gonna have to face. He gonna have to face his demons again, and fight somebody that's gonna utilize the ring. But he got the ultimate trump card. He got punching power. His feet might be heavy, but he willing to take a punch to get a punch. So if he can work his way and close the distance off on these guys, he might can stop both of these guys. I wouldn't be opposed to believing that thought. He can probably stop both of these guys. And in a way, I favor him versus both. I favor Regis in both fights. With Devin, I just don't know enough about 140. It's pure projection. How he ain't gonna be no tune-up, like he gonna right into it. How he gonna take the physicality? Regis a big, strong guy, 140. At the end of the day, he busting at the seams to be at 147. So can he take the punch? Because he ain't gonna be able to avoid the punch for 12 rounds. No fighter can. You gonna get clipped. What he gonna do when he get hit? Same thing for Sandor Martin. We seen Sandor Martin. That's why I said I know more about Sandor Martin, make me a little bit more comfortable. We seen what Sandor Martin can do. We seen what he can do. We seen what he can do. He can take a punch. Took Mikey punch, took T.O. punch, so we know he can take a punch. So I mean, it is what it is, but I love to see it either way. Both fights, I would love to see. I'm pretty sure Sandor Martin is gonna be in the chamber no matter how this go for the winner, or if he get able to get a chance to fight Regis, or they do a title eliminator between him and Haney. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whole nine. Check out my new channel right here on YouTube. Links in the description. And it's in my link tree, Free Game 89. Peace.